The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, it's Sean Casey. Welcome to another Wednesday training. Glad y'all are here. How's everybody doing this week? Everybody doing well? If you're not doing well, I don't actually want to hear about it. I only want to hear good stuff. All right, Simon says hello. All right, hello Simon. Okay. So we're going to answer questions this week. We sent an email, invited you to send in your questions. Some people did. A bunch of people did. We've chosen some things, try to be representative of the questions and be able to answer those. Brian might be jumping in a little bit. He wasn't feeling well, so it said it hurts to talk. But so we may or may not hear from him before we're done. But I got a whole plan, so we're gonna have some fun. Gonna learn some stuff. Gonna focus here and see what we can get accomplished on a Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, Thursday morning, depending upon what side of the world you're on. Wednesday morning, if you're on the other side of the date line. And we're going to cover some good ground. So welcome everybody, glad you're here. And we're going to make some stuff happen. Sonia says, Ireland. So it's evening here. Sonia, did it start raining finally in Ireland? I went with my family. Not yet, okay. I went with my family in June and we kind of just scared all the rain out of Ireland. There for 2 weeks, beautiful weather, beautiful country, wonderful people, and no rain, which was really great because the last time I went to Ireland before that on vacation, it was rainy and cold. Okay, still sunny. Gotta love that unless you're a farmer, huh? All right. And Fred says raining a lot in Ottawa. Okay. All right, so anyway, onward with the show. All right, we're going to talk about some stuff and answer some other questions as well before we're done. If you're not a member of our Facebook group, hit that link, and that'll take you right to our Facebook group. Join our free Facebook group, and we'll have a random drawing for those who want to comment some goodness at the end. But let's roll with the questions and get you some information. Again, if you're just jumping in, it's Sean Casey here, and welcome. So the first question was, what's the best way to promote a general Shopify store? Okay, this is like a trick question because the correct answer is the best strategy is not, capital N-O-T, not try to promote a general store. Okay, having a general store is fine. Having a lot of different products on your site is fine, but you can't promote a general store because you think, hey, if I have everything, people will be like, wow, I want to go to jimmysgeneralstore.com and I want to buy everything. But that's not the way the human brain works. Now, it does work if you're like a super-sized store like Walmart or Target or Tesco, right? Because you've spent hundreds of millions or more dollars branding your store and teaching people that they can buy discounted merchandise, or it is fairly priced merchandise, at your store, and you have everything, right? But you're probably never going to do that for your store. And if you want to promote now and get sales, you need to pick specific products, okay, or at the very least, specific niches to promote in your store so that your store stands for something. When a guy says, hey, I want to buy a bicycle, he says, oh, I want to go to Jimmy's General Store because they have bicycles, okay, or I want to go to Jimmy's General Store and buy a watch or whatever it might be, okay. So this is super, super important. When we are thinking of how to, what should we sell to people and what do people want to buy, right? I mean, the easy answer to a large extent is everything, but that's not the way people go look for stuff, right? I mean, no one goes online and says, what store has everything, right? They go online and they're like, kids bike, racing bike, touring bike, whatever, right? So we have to think about the way people are looking for stuff so that we get them stuff in the way in which they're actually looking for it, okay? Because that's going to turn out much, much better overall. All right. The next thing is, okay, when you're going to promote your products on your Shopify store, or any kind of e-commerce store, if you don't have Shopify, but all the same rules apply, okay? It's really great if you can get your products listed in Google and get free traffic, okay? And especially when you get some of your products pages ranked. Now, to do that, you need to do certain things, like actually have information on your product pages that Google can find, okay? And when somebody wants a specific product, your page might rank, okay? And that, to do that, you're going to follow all the general rules that we teach you about promoting specific products and how to optimize specific web pages. And we'll look at a couple web pages, not in a Shopify store, but same concept applies. But the other thing that really, really can help you with the Shopify store are the images, because most people upload images and the names and titles suck, because they're just, in many cases, truly grabbing the images off like an AliExpress store or something, uploading them with the same name, and they're not using the product descriptions that somebody might be searching for, right? So if somebody's searching for, things that you sell, like a poodle mug or best grandma t-shirt or a moon and stars necklace, right? Then you want your site to your image to have a chance to show up. And in a perfect world, we can jump over here. Well, let's go here and go to Google. And doing this generically, if we were to search for I can't remember what I was just talking about. It's terrible. My mind doesn't last that long. Like if we were to search for moon and stars necklace, right? Okay. If we search initially, okay, just in Google itself, all right, we see, the sponsored listing. These are all paid ads up here, okay? And you can see a variety of things. And then a couple more ads, and then Etsy has a listing, and, we got to rank there, right? Okay. But we also see that, look, they're also showing images for the moon and stars necklace. And this is a really cool place that you might be able to show up. And when someone shows up in here, see, these are all sponsored images, this first set here they're all from Etsy and Nordstrom and Lisa Leonard Design, right? But all these are free, okay? These are just free listings, okay? And if someone's, looking like, oh, I don't even know what I want, but look, I can look at all these pictures and, oh, this one here looks pretty cool, or this one looks pretty cool, right? And you click on that and it gets bigger, okay? Then you could actually go and visit this site and be able to buy this moon and stars necklace, okay? And I'm going to guess this is a Shopify store. I don't know if it actually says powered by Shopify on it, but it is the same concept of an e-com store, right? And we got there, how? Because of the image, right? Everybody get that, how just having this image named got us from looking in Google to seeing this image to being able to jump over and actually visit that site, all for free. Cost them nothing to get us there because they have their image named whatever they had it named, okay? If you can see right down here in the bottom, I'm pointing with my finger like you can actually see this, it's sad. But you could see that image is named You're My Moon and Stars Necklace, or the page is named that. And so this image is probably named something good as well. View image, hang on. So see, the page was named well, but the image is named badly. So this image is not named well, they could name it better, right? Because you could see it's like blah, 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 27 numbers, blah, 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 moon _6, okay? All right, and they got it ranked. Why? Because see this moon and stars stackable necklace title right here, okay? That helped a great deal, okay? All right, so there's a lot of ways you can do stuff like this with Shopify stores, but just making it simple for Google to consume this and get you in there and for people to find your info is a great way to do that. Then the other problem you have is, okay, so most of you are selling non-unique products on Shopify, okay? And that's not a problem, but it's a challenge because if there's 10,000 people selling a light up dog collar, right? You can't just sit there and go, wow, I'm going to rank #1 on Google. I'm going to beat out the other 10,000 people selling the identical product with the identical pictures and everything else, right? I mean, that's not realistic. Okay, I'd love to tell you that it's realistic, but it's not. Okay, now you might be the one that wins the battle, but you're all saying the same things about the same images. Okay, there's nothing unique. But what we can do is work to rank an article about a light up dog collar. Okay, because when somebody searches light up dog collar, and let's just go do that real quick so I can show you what I mean. Where were we here? Okay, let's do this light up dog collar. Okay, boom. Okay, and you can see here that I can buy one on Chewy and I can buy one at Walmart. Amazing how all the prices change, right? Amazon, it's 20 bucks. Okay, and I can find them all over the place here, right? All these different sites, you know, Petco and Amazon, you know, all big sites for the most part. I don't know how big the Squeaker site is, okay? But, and then we've got, you know, more images of these down here, which it's again, notice how for products, Google sucks the images in, and however they are, okay? But if we go look at the Squeaker Pooch Light, okay, trademarked, which I'm betting it's not, because it looks like the exact same light up dog collar that everyone in China sells, right? Okay, but you know, we can look at this. This is obviously a you know, website template by Shopify, right? Again, a Shopify site. Okay, you know, now they, you know, have worked hard to optimize this page and get it listed. And you can see that this title on this page, as soon as it pops back up again here, hang on, you know, shows that it's the illuminating LED dog collar, light up leash, glow harness, right? They've got the keywords in the title of the page. They've worked to optimize this page, and they've ranked this Shopify page on dog collars, okay, on the front page of Google, so they're getting free traffic, right? So that can be done, okay? But if we were to, in fact, here's the perfect example, okay? See how this article ranks on here, okay? 5 best LED light up dog collars, all right? So this site about dogs, okay, Canine of Mine, which is still an e-com store of some sort. I was just curious what it shows like down the bottom, but okay, has this article on LED light up dog collars, okay? Now the title that we just saw up here, right? The tag is 5 best LED light up dog collars. So if you're searching for this, you might say, wow, I'm looking for one of these and I wonder what the 5 best are. Let's go look at these reviews of the 5 best dog collars. Now, I don't know if there's actually a listing in here, but that is the title, okay? So, you know, why LED dog collars rock? Things to consider in an LED dog collar. So notice people must use this for a search term, this LED dog collar. I think of them as light up dog collars, but that must be what they're using, because you notice how this website is optimized for LED light up dog collars. Why LED dog collars rock? LED light up dog collars are handy for this. Okay, and they use the keywords a lot so that this page will rank a lot. Okay, exactly what we're telling you to do. Okay, style and design. Then they have a listing of these dog collars. They don't even sell them directly. Okay, now you could, but if you just as an affiliate, same thing you do as an affiliate, you could do for your own site. Okay, you could even, you know, have you know, the top 3 picks be your site and 2 other picks be ones on Amazon. Okay, so here's one, you know, this one gets, you know, this is listed for from Amazon, but you notice they're not doing a review of this. They're like, dog collars are really cool. You should have a dog collar. If your dog has a light up dog collar, you can see it, blah, 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 right? I mean, this is not brilliant, you know, in-depth PhD research kind of stuff. And then all they're doing is saying, hey, this is what people really like about this collar. And I read a couple of reviews and some people don't, you know, a couple things that people didn't like about the dog collar, right? And they have a link for you to buy it on Amazon, and this picture's linked to buy it on Amazon, and it uses their affiliate link. And then here's another one on Amazon, and here's another one on Amazon, right? And I'm sure these are all on Amazon. Yeah, these are all Amazon dog collars. And again, all they've done is grab, you know, this info off of Amazon, put links to it, everything else, okay, to tell them where to go so that Meg, who's the founder and senior editor at K9 of Mine, can make commissions, okay? And she even has comments on the article, okay, from people interacting with the article. So you can see she's getting traffic because she's got people actually responding to this salesy article, okay? She made this back in August of 2017. So I don't know how long this page has been on the front page of Google, but it's been on the front page of Google for a while probably. And here we are in July of 2018, almost 12 months later, and there it is on the front page of Google. And any of you can duplicate this, literally. 5 best whatever you're trying to sell, best grandma t-shirts, best moon and stars necklace, 5 top styles, 5 most popular styles, 2018's new hot, dog accessories, any of those things, because they're going to show up and rank, and you get somebody on this page and you can refer them right to your site with, oh yeah, by the way, you could have 4 other things from Amazon if you wanted, and yours at the top. And if you really wanted to get them to go to your site, this is where you could actually customize this with, and here's a $2 coupon. I mean, a 10% off coupon you can use on the dog collar and anything else on the store you buy today, right? Just giving people every reason to click through to your site. So everybody understand that. I know I'm talking fast, but I'm trying to get you a lot of info in 60 minutes. Okay, I see some huge yeses. All right, good, good. Jumping back here, I don't even know what I wrote next. Okay, so reviews, when you're writing them, can be comparisons, okay, like A versus B or the top 5 or top 10 list, whatever you want to do. Doesn't need to be a huge long list. Notice that it wasn't a really long article, and that article had no like earth-shattering, groundbreaking information, okay? And then common questions, depending upon what you're selling, sometimes people have, questions about a product. And you can find those questions, it's pretty simple if you're like you don't really know the market because you're new in the market, like what kind of questions do people have? It's really pretty simple. If you just start typing in like, do LED dog collars, well, it started out better, but see, like this one, do LED dog collars work? Okay. And when we search that, we get what are the best LED collars. We get Amazon ins and outs of LED dog collars, right? But oddly enough, nobody actually wrote the article that answers the questions. Do LED dog collars really work? All right. Now, if you had, okay, or this one was actually how do they work? But either way, nobody's actually, written something with that exact title, and yet people are searching that because that's a Google suggested search. So you can do all kinds of stuff related to this that, if this is what you want to promote, it's going to really help you out. And the more content you have related to the product, like an LED dog collar, light up dog collar, you're going to have a better chance of getting that information set up in Google and ranking. And for, the whole 10 minutes it takes you to write this blog post and post it up there and get it, a couple links to it, right? So not rocket science stuff, guys, just stuff you can do, okay? The other thing is you can make videos, okay? Because videos show up all over the place when you're doing this. And you can, if you write an article, you could use Webfire just to make an automatic video. You could record a video, but just take the snippets from the article and stick them on slides, and just, you could read them. You could not read them and put music behind them and just flip through them. You could let Webfire automatically make a video for you using our automatic video maker tool, okay? But it's, not making videos is silly. Once you create a bit of content, you can do that easily. And you could also, demo the product or just, show the product, quick shots, very short. All you need is very short videos, okay? And when you upload that video to YouTube, make sure you used titles and tags that people are going to be searching for when they're either on Google or YouTube or Yahoo or wherever, so they can actually find your video. I'm going to show you an example on a different site in a minute where somebody's made like really good video, but the name on the video and stuff just doesn't help it at all. And then once you make the video, you can grab the embed code off of YouTube and embed it in your blog. So it's another way to create content on your site with this embedded video that people can consume and see more about your product or the affiliate product you want to promote even. Okay? Next up, okay, we're going to jump completely from selling products to the masses to selling products locally. Okay, this is a local aesthetics clinic. Bodybeautiful.co.uk, as you can guess, it's in the UK. And what she wants to focus primarily on is laser hair removal and fat freezing, which is also known as cryogenic lipolysis, which I probably have said wrong. I know I got the cryogenic part right. But how to find the best keywords, what are they? And when we go, oh good, Rebecca, this is you, okay, good. So, and first thing is that she mentioned when writing in was, hey, when I go to look for keywords, I'm not finding local keywords. And that's gonna be true. You're not gonna find local keywords when you go to do a keyword search, but what you're gonna be able to do, and we're gonna go to this really in depth because there's some great examples here, you're going to simply want to add, you know, laser hair removal and the city or cities or region you want to focus on. And we're going to go look at her site right now, which should be here. And there it is. Okay, so we're here. I think I bumped off the main page. We're here on Body Beautiful. Okay, now, first thing is, and I don't want to get off into the site analysis, is that this page is, at least on how I have Chrome set, doesn't show up looking awesome because I'm overwhelmed by the images at the on the home page, okay? Because they're too big and taking over. All right. The good news is you have lots of good information up here. The bad news is it's massive, okay, in the way in which we look at this. But I want to talk more about what gets your site ranked, and give you a bunch of ideas here of how to promote this. One thing you're going to notice is that you have all these images up here, okay? And these images are all great, but they don't actually have any text, okay? And images don't get, all these images don't get you ranked as well as actual text. Now, if we go down, okay, when you look at this, right, you see the first thing that's on your page is wanting to feel great about your body. Body Beautiful Aesthetics offers a range of results-driven treatment for both face and body. Now, let's look at your page. From a text standpoint, okay, if Google reads this, it says, what are the most important things on this page? What does somebody really make this page about? Well, this is an image, so that's not text, okay? So the central booking number, okay, is the very first text that Google would read on your page. So that's not the end of the world, but you know how, notice how that's really not what we want Google to say, wow. You know, now we want it there because we want people to be able to find your phone number instantly. We don't want to make them go hunt and search for the phone number. Okay, when we get down here, okay, then really Google's, you know, they can figure that out, but they're going to be like, wow. So the most important thing on this page is this headline, which clearly is not what you want the most important thing on the page to be. And so you could, you know, to keep all of this stuff that you've paid to have made, and the special offers and the treatments and everything else, you could get a headline in up here underneath the navigation bar that does something more like, you know, the very best place in Surrey to do laser hair removal or whatever it might be. And down here, you do start to get into some of the specific terms and information that might help you get ranked, okay? And then whoever helped you set this up, because I know you just joined Webfire, so you're just really getting rolling. But like, you know, here we have, you know, Body Beautiful in Cranley and Worthing. I guess you have two different locations. Okay. So the one I was playing around with was Guildford, because somewhere I picked up that you're in Guildford. Why did I pick that up? Okay. Anyway, oh, because I saw that right down here. Okay, there we go. Oh, yes, it is Guildford. Okay. So part of the UK I don't know very well, so just guessing my way. But you know, in this, what we want to be able to do to get better rankings are, number one, get specific pages talking about specific locations. Okay, so there's really a combination of things, and I'll give you a more specific example. So if I go to search laser hair removal in Guildford, and just so you know, I went specifically to google.co.uk so that I would get more of a local UK search, since this place is in the UK and we're looking to be local. Okay, and the first thing that we see besides the map, okay, is that we have these different places that, like, you know, Guildford Skin, laser hair removal in Guildford. Notice what's in the title of the pages that get ranked well. Okay, Groupon, Beauty Spot Guildford, okay, laser and IPL hair removal clinics in Guildford. Okay, some of these are sites that just have like directories of stuff. Okay, like this one, I think, Yelp definitely, UK Health Center listing, you know, clinics in Guildford. Okay, top 20 places for laser. So all this crap, you can easily surpass all those people and get yourself listed. And in fact, if we jump over to here, to fat freezing, okay, in Guildford, this site right here, hang on, let me just do this because it'll highlight it in a second. Okay, so this one right here, you're already ranked, let's see, number 3, number 6 in Guildford for fat freezing. Okay, and in part because you've got fat freezing in Guildford, okay, in the title tag. And the great thing about being ranked number 6 is it's not hard to get on the front page in local search if you do what we tell you in the training. But once you're already on the front page, moving up is even easier, because now you got to do is fine tune some things, get a couple backlinks and other things going for you to get this product listed. And if we look at this page, you can see that, not too funny, there's like nothing on this page. Okay, look, okay. Now, why does this page rank? This page ranks because it's got the keywords on it. I mean, seriously, guys, look, there's like not even an article here. Okay, there's not even something that says, wow, this would be a really good place to get your fat frozen, okay, or to get cryogenic lipolysis. Okay, all right, so if you put content on this page, okay, clean it up a little bit, it's going to rank even better. Okay, but what this proves is that when you go to rank pages, it's, I think some of you think that we do this site analysis in Webfire, and you see the results, and you're like, wow, this is like super complex. No, it's just literally doing basic stuff. Because now, if you want to be number 1 for weight loss in the universe, that's like a whole nother, you're fighting billion-dollar companies. But when you're promoting something on a smaller basis, especially a local business, whether it's yours or you're doing work for somebody, creating anything and creating pages and especially keyword-specific pages like this are going to make a huge, huge difference. I don't know what happens if we try this. Cryogenic lipolysis. I don't know if I didn't spell that right. I missed something there. Hang on, I got to see how to actually spell this. Oh, there we go. It's a new term for me. Lipolysis. Guildford. Okay. See, and see your fat freezing page, okay, and Body Beautiful, see, both rank for that term, okay. So for that term, if someone searches that specific term, you've got the 5th and 6th ranking. So you actually have a start to all of this, Rebecca. You just need to do some things to fine tune and just get more specific pages. So what should you be doing? Well, we'll get to that in just a minute, but let's go look at, okay, so if we looked at laser hair removal being the most important thing, okay, and she just wrote, good thing you know how to fat freeze in your career because web development is well behind. But Rebecca, there's probably 100 million businesses on the globe. And of those 100 million, like almost all the 100 million know nothing about marketing and promotion on the internet. That's how come, even doing a halfway good job is going to just catapult your site up in the rankings. Okay. You're going to be able to do a lot. Okay. Now, the first thing you'll see is you probably have a hard time ranking for this keyword. Now, see, that's going to be a challenge if it's just this keyword for laser hair removal. Okay. But when we add in Guildford or Cranley or Sussex, okay, for those of you not from the UK, Sussex is, you guys have counties? Whatever they are, but it's the regional area of that has lots of cities in it that this would be located in, the clinic's located in, or both clinics, whatever, okay? And this analysis says, oh, you don't have it in your title tag, and that's not going to be uncommon for a local business because you can't have there's 20 different services you provide. You can't have all 20 services in your main title tag. Okay, so what we want to do is optimize individual pages for the specific services. So we want to have the laser hair removal page and the cryogenic lipolysis page and all these different kind of things. Okay, you don't have the keyword in the description tag on the page. You don't have it in a heading tag. Your keyword density is low because these keywords are not on the page. Okay, you don't have a sitemap, which you can Google. Just use Webfire, the sitemap tool. It'll automatically make it for you. You don't even have to understand it. Okay, and you have a lot of images without alt tags, which means they're not well described from the standpoint of naming them that I was talking about before. If you look at your competition, okay. Laser hair removal, this is bad from that standpoint. And these results pulled are not fair because you can see like Yelp is pulling, I live in Duluth, Georgia. It's when we pop into Google here, it's pulling the competition where I live, even though when I did the site search, I actually searched google.co.uk. Okay, so don't even worry about the competition that got pulled up because of where I live. Okay, but a more fair analysis is if we look at this page. Okay, so this is a top 10 ranked site. This is that fat freezing page, right? So you can see that we have cold body sculpting, cryogenic lipolysis. We have fat freezing. Okay, right in the page name, which is awesome. Okay, and it says we don't have the keyword in the title tag, and the reason for that is that the computer is literal. This has fat freezing and Guildford in here. It's just that Cranley came first, right? So you don't have a meta description tag, you don't have a heading tag, you don't have keyword density, because as we saw, there's nothing on this page but that title and the image. So add some content and this page is going to do much, 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 much better. Okay. I'm just curious what this shows for, because I was more specific here. You could see that, this is what your competition is doing. They're Alexa ranked. None of them are going to be high. They're local businesses. Treatwell comes in higher just because Treatwell is a directory site. It's got a whole bunch of crap on it for every place around there, right? So you can play around with looking at that. But you can see that, like if we go look at backlinks, okay, what these different sites have, but you want to try to get more backlinks coming in there. Rebecca asks, how long does it take to rank after the changes? You're going to see, you make changes or add pages to your site, you're going to see results really fast, like within a week. Local site, because you're only competing against the sites you see. Those changes are going to happen fast. You could see it in a week. Sometimes you're going to see it in a day. When you make the changes and you update them, you want to go to, if I can find it, this submit your site tool. Okay, sorry. I just got knocked out of here because I got timed out. But anyway, if you could go to the submit your site tool, in fact, hang on one second. All right. Pause showing my screen for a second. just so I can get logged back in. Okay, where was I? Okay, submit your site tool. Right, so you can submit your site really easily here. It's very simple. Okay, submit a new site. If you've already submitted a site, you can just use that again. But you would just put in the name of your site, the site URL that you want to promote, and you can promote the main page. And if you have a sitemap, then Google will spider the whole thing. So you just want to go to the sitemap and create that, or you can tell it, hey, I just updated the fat freezing page, and be able to do that. Okay, and you can generate a sitemap literally like, since you don't have an existing one, it's just, generate a sitemap, put in your domain, click create sitemap, and then follow the instructions. It's that easy. This is really, you don't have to understand how it works. You just have to fill in the blanks. Okay. All right. So the other thing is that all the stuff that I talked about earlier, Rebecca, applies to your site. Because there are people who are going to be typing in stuff like, hang on, like, see, does this work? Okay, does it hurt? Okay, what does it do? How long does it last? Right, so you can answer these questions from your local location. But to tell you how much this works to generate traffic, look at this. So Vogue has an article on this. Wales Online, don't know exactly what that is, but if that's probably a fairly big site in the UK, has a thing on this, okay? The Sun, okay? Dr. Will. So this guy, Andrew Will, has got this like really big site, right? So these guys are all optimizing for these questions simply because, see, Cosmopolitan has a thing on this. Forbes.com, who does a ton of online marketing, right, has an article on this. And this tells you that these articles are working because that's why they're actually making all those articles. And again, you don't have to be really long. You don't have to make one for everything. You don't have to make one for everything, tomorrow. But as you're building the content out for your site and adding in the pages and adding in the videos, you're going to find more and more and more traffic. And the more traffic you get and the more pages you rank, the better it just kind of all builds on itself. But there's a reason why all these big companies, right? Vogue is only posting this article to get traffic, right? Because they know somebody's searching for this out of 67,000 results at google.co.uk, right? And they just want to get traffic. They make it, look all fancy, like you got to be in a bank vault to do this, right? Okay, and they talk about it, but all they're doing is they want to get you here so that they can show you all these advertisements and just make money on the ads. So they're just paying their staff to go write all this stuff, and notice then they roll into, just more and 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 more content and pictures and whatever else. Oops, looks, there's more. Okay, so a ton of it, and they're just doing it just for that. Okay, when you're promoting your business, it's going to be even stronger. And when people visit your website and they see you've got the answers of all this kind of stuff, they're going to feel so much better because, like, wow, this person really understands me and they answer all my questions, and I feel they're really professional and they know what they're doing. And boom, you're going to just get 110% better results. And you already have a lot of this stuff here, like cold body sculpting. Okay, right? You just got to clean up your pages in terms of helping them to rank better, okay? But you already have a start because you have all this content on your pages, all right? And you can even as easily as take this page, okay? Because again, see, cold body sculpting, okay, hang on a second. Got to figure out which thing I'm in here. Hang on. So what if we talk about cold body sculpting? Because see if you show up in here. Now see, you don't show up on the front page for that, okay, even though you have a page on this. But you'd have a much better chance if in this title tag, instead of just listing the body beautiful, you had, in Guildford, Cranley, Sussex, whatever your best thing you can do, okay? Yes, she's asking, could you use like specific terms like Cool Sculpting, which is the main brand? Yeah, you could talk about that, because you're not advertising that product that you might not use. You're just talking about it. Okay, so you can go ahead and do that. All right, and how you do it, and all the different treatments. So you have all this information. It's just like adding more content and then creating pages. I mean, quite literally, you'll just want to create pages that are like, whatever the most used terms are, like, cold body sculpting Guildford, cold body sculpting Wordling, cold body sculpting Cranley. Just duplicate the same pages and change the term. As dumb as that sounds, it will work, because Google will read them all and be like, oh, people who live here are looking for this page. Boom, they're going to go to that page. Okay, and you'll find sites where people have done that, and you're going to get super awesome results from doing that. Okay, so for those of you who have a local business, this is exactly what to do, what I've just talked about. If you're helping to promote a local business site, this is exactly what to do. Okay, same concept. And again, yeah, there's stuff I'd clean up with the site and make it a little easier to navigate, and not, have the world taken over by this incredibly large banner at the top that doesn't get me down anymore. But at least you see the ad for the deal, which is great. Okay. Somebody's asking, is Google sensitive to font sizes? No. Google can read everything. Okay, because it's in the text. Because if you went and looked at, because what Google's really reading is the page source. Okay, so they're reading all this stuff. Okay, and so in all this, the black stuff. Okay, I mean, there's a lot of this is like all layout stuff and everything else, but somewhere down in here, there's the actual text of the page, and they know the difference. Okay, from all this. Okay, but this is all what's actually behind that page. All this mess. I'm still on the same page. Okay, now. Don't worry about all this. Google can read it, because they know what's navigational bars. They know what's font size. They know all this stuff. And they know the difference between all of this stuff with menu items and navigation things as they do what the actual text is. Okay, so another question that we got is, and this is a really challenge here, okay? Yeah, Rebecca, and so by creating lots of pages, yeah, they're just additional post pages. Just keep making more. Okay, so this is something I want to cover real quick. This is a new startup magazine called Prime of My Life that's in the UK, and this is going to be a challenge to promote, mostly because you can look at a target audience for this, all right, but nobody's searching for this actual product, right? I mean, generally speaking, nobody goes and searches for something they don't know exists. Okay. Now you might go and search for business magazine, and then you would see a list of business magazines. Okay. Or you might go to your local bookseller and peruse the magazine racks to see what stuff exists. And if you've never done that, you should, especially looking in your target market. For instance, my partners and I sell, millions of dollars a year of products in the survival niche. And if you've never looked at stuff in the survival niche in our local big box bookstore, I can find 5 or 6 or 7 magazines that are simply targeted at the survival niche. Okay, and full in some cases some of the craziest stuff you've ever seen. But hey, that's our market, and it allows me to go buy those magazines and look at what all the fringe edges even of the market are looking for to help me understand their mindset and how to market to them. Okay, so in this case though, when we want to sell this magazine, it's like, how do we get people to pay attention to the magazine? Okay, nobody's searching for the magazine itself. Nobody's looking to find another magazine that they can pay money for. Okay. Now, I'm not trying to depress the owner of the magazine as much as just it's hard to promote the generic thing. Now, once you get a cult following for your magazine, like if you're a Cosmopolitan or a Vogue or somebody or Forbes, whatever, right? You can do a monster business. It's how do you get over that initial hump and get people to respond? Well, this site is actually a good start to how we do that, because just like we saw a minute ago that Vogue and Cosmo have, does fat freezing really work articles, right? People are searching for information that relates to what the demographic of Vogue or Cosmo are interested in, okay? And so this magazine the tagline is Feel Fab After 40, okay? And since everything I saw on this site looks like it's about women, I'm going to guess this is primarily focused on women, okay? And that means that we can have articles, okay, that are all about women. I especially like this one here, okay? I don't have any idea if this is going to create readers, but I loved the term pension pot gold diggers, okay? That's just like an awesome term. This should be published in the men's magazines, that middle-aged women who marry a second time are mainly motivated by money. It's a great title. But when you look at these articles, right? If the articles are not only interesting, okay, but have keyword content for people that are looking for them, like we saw those Vogue articles, et cetera, you can start to bring in traffic to the site, in which case you can be showing ads like this Ray-Ban ad that's coming off of something, or you can use Google AdSense or whatever along the way. But somewhere in this, you obviously want to be able to sell the magazine itself, and run ads, pop-ups, whatever. Okay, get a free gift to join our network. Sign up for the newsletter here. You could that could probably be cleaned up and worded better, but I don't want to get into all that right now, because I've only got about 12 minutes left in this hour to go over stuff, and there's one more thing I want to cover that I thought was really interesting. But the idea of generating an audience and a following and a group of women that are interested in all this stuff, then what you want to do is, the articles and the content are going to do it, especially keyword related. You need to get them to follow you so that they can share and spread the word to their friends that you post something interesting, okay? And that's where you're going to want to use a Facebook page. You absolutely, for this, want to set up a free Facebook page, and you want to, every time you're posting stuff, these articles, you want to get them posted up on Facebook, okay? And you can experiment with your titles especially on Facebook, and see which is getting more people to click and read, getting more people to share them, because brand your images, with just a little thing for your magazine name, Prime of My Life, right? And I mean, eventually, if you it'll take a little while to generate people, and you could go buy some traffic just to that group to get it started, right, of your target demographic. And if it's you're specifically targeting women in the UK, to get women over 40 in the UK to like a Facebook page is not that hard. It would be super cheap. And you're already creating all this content. In fact, if you haven't been posting this content, you have all this content to go post. And you can share content from other people as well. And you can, pop in, promote GIFs and memes and all kinds of stuff that will get people involved to be able to use all this, okay? Yes, Paul's a great resource, good friend of mine. And you can definitely do that. Okay, last but not least, because this isn't going to take very long, but I want to talk about this because I thought this was really, really cool. So hang on, I got pieces of this everywhere, sorry. Okay, so Clive is a golf coach for the European Golf Tour. And this I thought is really, really cool. Okay. Graham McDowell, who, if you don't know, if you've never watched golf, is a world champion golfer, a very, very good golfer, won the U.S. Open, and credits Clive with helping him putt better. Okay. And there's another top 10 golfer named David Howell, okay, who's top 10 in the European Tour, who also has been coached by. So this guy's like really, really good at this golf coaching stuff. Okay. Really, really bad at internet marketing, but really good at golf coaching. Okay. And, you know, like I said earlier, can't be good at everything. Okay. But this is the kind of guy that could create a huge following, potentially, because, you know, how many people get a guy like Graham McDowell that they've actually coached and not only, you know, is willing to admit it, but, you know, glad to say, hey, this guy really helped me out, you know, and you can do that. Okay. So much of what I've said today about all this different stuff would apply to this kind of stuff. But if I click on this video, this is where I said I was going to talk about YouTube. First of all, I get this massive pop-up to try to get me to join the email list, which looks much better because I looked on an iPhone than it does here. But when you want to encourage people to get on a list, okay, you'll have to experiment this, but we gotta have a better incentive, right? What is it that you're going to give people if they opt in? Now I know that I can find it because I'm looking for it, that it's the top 3 putting lessons or 3 top putting lessons, but you know, what would be probably an amazing hook would be, you know, the 3 keys that, you know, I gave Graham McDowell that helped him win the U.S. Open. Okay. I mean, if you're a golfer, aren't you going, heck, I'm just curious. Okay. Because you really don't care why they joined the list. You just want to join the list. But I mean, now it's like, wow. Okay. I want to know what he told Graham to let Graham putt so good he won the U.S. Open, which is a very big golf tournament for those of you that don't follow golf. This is a big deal. Okay. So this is the kind of thing that, you know, makes it more interesting. But forgetting the, hang on, let me escape this page, maybe. Hang on, there we go. Okay. So we have this, and, you know, the text around this isn't bad, but you can just have a little bit more text for something people want to search. But here's where you're missing like massive stuff. So if I click this to view, right, and I go to YouTube, okay, this site, this video, now maybe this is brand new video, so I'm just going to pick on this, and it probably is. Oh yeah, this is only put up yesterday or the day before. So, but notice the title on this, okay, is 2018 No Front. This is like the worst title for a golf video ever. You could try 3 more times, still couldn't make it worse. Okay, so what's really, really important is that you get these videos titled and tagged, okay, with stuff that people will be looking for, all right? Because it doesn't matter how good the content is if nobody finds it, all right? For whatever reason, hang on, I'm going to jump back to my other page because I had this up here, right here. Okay, so a suggested video that came up when I popped this up before is by comparison, to give an idea how many views golf videos get, okay? Here's this top speed golf. Now, you know, this guy obviously is doing a lot of marketing, okay, because he's got a bunch of followers, but notice how this video has 1.7 million views since the beginning of this year, okay? So it's almost like 6.5 months ago, 1.7 million people have seen this video. Now, I don't know if this video has been advertised or not, okay? But I do know that, you know, there's 129,000 subscribers to this channel. This guy's getting to show a lot of people a lot of stuff. And so I don't even know what he's selling, okay? Don't know if he's selling training, if he's selling, you know, personal coaching or whatever he's selling, but he's getting a lot of views. And so he can get people, notice underneath right here, okay, 289 comments, okay, and here it's, subscribe to my channel, go here, get a video, free video, okay, how to hit the ball, then the turf with your irons, okay. I'm not quite sure why he's like promoting the same video that's up above. That honestly confuses me, okay, but nonetheless, he's got 129,000 subscribers, so every time he posts a video, somebody's actually watching the video and potentially commenting on it, and the more people that watch your video, the more your videos rank, et cetera, right? But you can see down through here like a whole bunch of, different things that are getting, almost 1 million or more than 1 million views on YouTube, because golf is a very visual thing. You might read Golf Magazine, but seeing a guy swing and hit the golf ball makes a whole lot more sense, okay? This is a huge, huge opportunity to be able to do this and be able to try to tap into this and look at the title tags and everything else on these. One thing, when you go to promote on YouTube, we have some training that's YouTube specific. You can go watch out of the members area. Just go into the archived video trainings and you can search them by keyword and you'll find YouTube in there. That'll tell you, like, you can go and literally look at the top ranked videos and see all their tags and everything else. So you can be like, oh, this is what they're putting on their videos. I'm going to put this on my video, because then maybe it's going to show up in this queue of recommended videos and stuff as I go along with it. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with this. Okay. Somebody asked, how long should a YouTube video be? Typically, that's like a trick question. So let me, it isn't necessarily how long it should be. It's that it doesn't have to be really long. Okay. Think of your own attention span, right? If you're trying to get the quick answer to something, you don't want it to be really long. Now, on the other hand, one of the things that I always telling family members who call me and want to know how to fix stuff that I don't want to go fix, to go look on YouTube. If you need to, like, replace the ceiling fan in your bathroom, that's going to be longer than a minute video, right? Somebody's going to go through all that. And that video's on YouTube more than one time with links to, like, go buy all the stuff to fix the van or the fan, right? So some of them will be longer. Education-wise, usually short and sweet, couple minutes, 5 minutes, right? Because the average person is not just sitting there. Even the fanatic doesn't want to sit there for like 27 minutes to watch a guy hit a golf ball, okay? They're just not staying that long. And a lot of times, how many of you here have looked at how long a video is going to be, and you're like, wow, that's 27 minutes long. I'm not giving up 27 minutes of my life to do that, okay? But 3 minutes, like, well, hell, even if it doesn't work out and it's not that interesting, it's only 3 minutes, right? Okay, because we consciously judge those kind of things. Does that make sense? Okay, yeah, 10 minutes, it can be a really long time. Yes, Jeff, it can be. But if it's the right information, how to build a house in 10 minutes, I'd watch all 10 minutes if I wanted to build a house, right? Okay, because I'd be amazed I could learn how to build a house in 10 minutes. And you probably wouldn't want to live in the house that I built in 10 minutes. Okay, so ton of info. Hopefully that helped everybody else in there, in this, with all this info. Go to our Facebook group if you're not already in there. Join, hit refresh, because Sharon will prove you right away. Look for Sharon's pinned post that says, how did you enjoy today's webinar? And tell us how you did or did not. Hopefully you did. Today's webinar, and in a minute, we're going to give away $100. Sorry, I've been talking too long. Rebecca, you're welcome. And see what else we have here. Somebody's saying they use speed control and they watch info videos. Absolutely, because you can, and if you speed it up like 1.25 times, 1.5, 1.7, you can get through them a lot faster. Yeah, so good question. So if they want to promote an e-com item, should you make a separate web page for it? And the answer would be yes. So for key items that you could sell a lot of and want to promote, you'll want to make separate web pages for. Okay, so we sell a lot of physical items in the survival niche, and those items are all sold on individual pages. Okay, now we only sell like, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 different things, including what we sell as upsells, besides if you just wandered into our actual Shopify store. But, you know, for instance, we sell flashlights. So we drive traffic to a custom-made flashlight page that is only about flashlights, where the only thing you can do is get the flashlight. If you don't want to get the flashlight, you can join our email list. If you don't want to do that, you have to leave. Okay, it's really simple. Buy, join, or leave. So we want to be very focused on that. Arcadie's asking, are there guest post outreach templates for Webfire? So you mean when you're saying, you know, hey, I'd like to, I can give you the wording. It's really pretty simple. We have specific training on that topic of guest blog posts, but really all you want to do when you reach out to somebody is just basically say, you know, hey, I saw your blog, loved the content or loved the article, you know, at least pretend you looked at the site, okay? You know, I do a lot of, you know, write a lot of articles about whatever the topic is. And, you know, if you're looking for content, you know, I'd love to be able to write a unique article for you and, you know, get a link back to my site. And it's just that simple. It doesn't need to be any longer. They don't want to read your life history. You know, first I was born, took my first steps when I was 1.5 years old, right? Nobody cares about that, because if they're interested, you know, they'll ask you whatever questions they want to ask you afterwards, just really short and sweet. Somebody's asking, would it be better if you're going to go to all this work to build on WordPress than Blogger? The answer would be yes, I would do that. There's nothing wrong with Blogger, but WordPress gives you a lot more options and flexibility since you can access all the pages. Margaret, thank you. She said it's a really interesting and helpful webinar. All right. Yes, that's correct, Rebecca. Okay. All right. Let's go give away Brian's money. He doesn't show up. It costs him. Can only imagine what he says when I'm not here. Okay. Let's take a look at what we got here. Come on, scroll, 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 scroll. All right, so we got 24 people. I'm sure somebody's typing, because they always are. We got a couple people down here. 1, 2, 3. 3 people down below. Okay. Somebody said they're sorry they missed my birthday. Oh, that's a shame. I would have skipped my birthday too and stayed another year younger, but it wasn't optional. Okay, let's give it another minute and hit refresh and see if we still got to see somebody. I knew somebody someone's typing. In the meantime, let's go dig up random.org. Oh, they stopped typing. Okay, I'm going to refresh the page just to make sure we had 3 down below. We've got 26 up top. So altogether, we got 29 people that commented. Thank you very much. And let's see who's going to win. Make it an easy number to get to. 18, not an easy number to get to. Okay. Hang on, I got to view them all. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $11, $12, $13, $14, $15, $16, $17, $18. Ben, you're the winner, brother. All right. Glad you're here. Glad you made it. You are there. So give us your email address, Ben, and we'll shoot you $100 of Brian's money. All right, so we ran a little bit long today, a lot of information. I know I talked fast, as someone mentioned, but if I talked slow, we'd have been here for like 2 hours, or we would have had to just cut out half the information. So thanks, everybody, for being here. Thanks for being members of Webfire. go out, put all this information to use. The replay will get posted up later today in the members area along with the really short PowerPoint, but the PowerPoint at the beginning at least has the information on what I was talking about, creating keyword-specific content reviews and everything else. So jump in, grab that, and please go take action. Thank you all.